back. So after a month of witchy videos, we're back to books. So we are kicking things off with Llewellyn's 2025 Magical Almanac. So like all of the Llewellyn yearbooks that they do, this is from a variety of different authors, and this one they contribute to a few different kind of themed-ish. Like, it's divided into the elements, and within those elements it's kind of a theme-ish. And then there is, of course, the almanac part of this that has information for the months and the days. So just kind of the usuals. In the very back they always include like 3-ish of these like little coloring things, and there's like information about said coloring page that you can do as a witch. This one in particular, it seemed to me at least that the topics really kind of like, the first part really was a lot on tarot, a lot on astrology, and kind of more advanced in astrology than like the easy hold your hand. I'm not very big into astrology, so it was a little rough for some of it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it feels like when you were in school and you were like bored with like science class or math class or whatever the class was that you didn't like, and you're just like zoning out. That was astrology for me from this one. But then there's also like some other random ones, like Stephanie Woodfield had one on like, again, she's very active in like the being a priestess thing, and specifically for being a priestess and like the logistic side of that, and talks about like, if you're gonna host a pagan event, here's the stuff you need to keep in mind. It was a really good article if you plan to host anything like that. And then towards the end of the book there's a lot on ancestor work, which I found really interesting. So again, it covers a variety of different topics every time. It so far really hasn't felt like there's been a lot of like repeats or anything, which is super great. And these, minus the like almanac part of it obviously, because it like talks about like what to expect for the year, like a quick glance for each month and stuff like that. Minus that stuff, these are pretty universal. Like, you don't, like, if you want to buy like the 2023 one, you'd be fine. The articles would be still as relevant. Like, it's just, it doesn't date itself, minus the almanac part. So I give this one a 4 out of 5 star. Mainly, again, I love these because it introduces you to a variety of different authors and topics and just general things that you may or may not like care about. Again, I'm not like super big into reading tarot, and I'm definitely not big into astrology, but it's interesting to read about and to learn that there's like different things and different ways to look at stuff. And it, you know, the more you see it, the more it might like pique your interest. You can see some overlapping things, you know, like when it was going through the month stuff of like, well, this happens in this astrology thing, and this and this and this is going on in the stars, but also numerology, whatever that word would be. Numerologic? That word? I don't know, is that even a word? Anyways, if you want to look at it from numerology, it's got that little bit in there too, so you're like, ooh, interesting, and seeing how it kind of like ties together. Like, it's really great. Whether you're a beginner, which I guess we'll just jump there, whether you're a beginner or you're intermediate, advanced, wherever you're at in your craft, these are great. It could be a refresher on certain topics, but more likely than not, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 that you have not considered, no matter how many years you've been practicing. Like, we all inevitably kind of just get stuck into like what we want to do, and we just keep doing what we do. And so it's nice to get introduced to different ideas and different concepts. And then of course, as a beginner, it's like, welcome to the wide world of options. You got a lot of things you could look into. And even again, if you're somewhere between the two, it's a great book. It's a great reference guide to read through just to see. I mean, there was like the Ozark fairies. Like, there's just like really random stuff in here, but it's fantastic to get an introduction to just about everything. So yeah, overall, I would highly recommend these every year. Check your local library or see if you can do like an interlibrary loan if they don't have it, if you live in a smaller county or something, because it might take a long time to get there, but then you can read through it. Or if you have the funds or you flip through it and decide you like it, obviously go grab a copy from a local bookstore or whatever. But yeah, these are fantastic. I recommend reading them every year, even if you don't want to keep them. Again, libraries exist, they're fantastic, and then you get to experience a variety of different things every single year. So I would love to know your thoughts on this one, and just like in general, the almanacs from Llewellyn. Do you find them helpful or not? Let me know in the comments down below. A huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Over there on Tuesdays, I post exclusive book talks. These are books that are like not really like particularly witchy and are just kind of like random ones. Like I've been reading some decluttering books and my Norse books and I just get a little bit of everything over there just because I feel like trying to keep the Witchcraft channel mostly witchcraft, and then my Patreon's like, listen, I decided to go down a rabbit hole. Welcome on the journey. So those are on Tuesdays. On Thursdays, I post my audiobooks, so if you want to listen to me attempt to read my own books, because I suck at reading out loud, that's there. And then on Saturdays, I am trying to finish up STOW, The Shamanic Temple of Witchcraft by Christopher Penczak, before the end of the year. So anyways, till next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an upload from me, and until next time, blessed be.